It is a very sad day for the African continent. A plane that was carrying Malawi Vice President Saulo Klaus Chilima went missing, and the efforts by the Malawian aviation authorities to contact the aircraft have been unsuccessful since Monday morning. Chilima was traveling with 9 other passengers in the plane. The plane, a Malawi Defense Force aircraft, left Lilongwe at 9:17 a.m. East African time, but failed to make its scheduled landing at Mzuzu International Airport, which was supposed to be around 1 hour later, according to a statement from the President's office. And this is a story that we are following closely. After noticing that the flight radar had gone off, the commander of Malawi Defense Forces, General Valentino Firi, informed the country's head of state, Lazarus Chakwera, of the incident. The update prompted President Chakwera to cancel his planned departure to Bahamas and ordered all regional and national authorities to launch an immediate search and rescue operation to locate the aircraft. Members of the public have been urged to remain calm, avoid any misinformation, and avoid further communication and wait for further communication from the authorities. The development comes after a plane carrying Iran's immediate president, foreign minister, also crashed in 2 weeks ago. I'm following that development because I am on record in this podcast saying that you can play around with everything, that the politics of chopper is where Africa needs to draw the line. And let me not comment further as we wait for the development, and we are hoping, we are praying that they will be found well. Have you just realized we have a new intro, our channel intro? How is it, by the way? I just loved it. Huh? I was given that was a gift from one of our subscribers from the US. Thank you very much. And I'm glad that we are doing, and of course, I just take it. I think I was down, but that really lifted my spirit. Yeah, that really lifted my spirit. Good work, good imagery. How do you think about it, by the way? I just love it. Now, there is something I want us to look at. And let us go straight to Kiambu. We should really investigate, or rather the investigating agencies should really explain to this country why politicians are staging violence in events, especially in Mount Kenya. So let's start here. Today in Kiambu, there was a groundbreaking ceremony of Kiambu Technical and Vocational Training College in Wangunyu. And this is what Ichun'gwa led a host of MPs there, Kiambu MPs, and it was in Kiambu where the MPs Kawanjiku, the women rep was there, Wamuratha, Alice Ng'ang'a, Thika Town Member of Parliament who wants to be the MP, Honorable James Kagiri, Laikipia County Maina Korobia, John Kiragu, and the MP Lemuru MP, and also the Lari MP. So they went there and they went to launch a TVET, a vocational education training institution. I've still not understood to what extent, whether the CDF, but what I have exclusively been told, and someone is telling me that these are the photos, this is the place. So someone just took the, this is the land where it's going to be set up. I'm told nothing is going on here. And even during this launch, there was no one like a contractor. And you can see them launching there. And no minister, not even Minister of Education, no PS. So there is another hot air project that was being set up there. But that's not the gist of this analysis. Ichun'gwa organized his own heckling and chaos in an event so that he would run a political propaganda. And I want you to follow this keenly, because I know the mainstream media are going to cover this story. And for me, I've got this from one of the cameramen that were there, and he's a very good subscriber of this channel. So apparently, I want you to look at this gentleman. You see that gentleman standing behind Alice Ng'ang'a. That is Alice Ng'ang'a. The gentleman in the jacket with the black jacket. So he was part of the team. He came along with the leaders. Of course, you cannot explain whether he was on the side of, he was with who, especially who, but he was with these leaders. So the first instant here, I want you to see him being ejected from the tent. And watch that video here. Now, when you listen to that video, the camera person, someone who is actually taking that, anaambiwa azime hiyo camera, zima hiyo kitu, zima hiyo kitu. Now, that was the time this guy was allegedly being ejected from the podium, but no, that was not the thing. That was just being done just to polarize the ground. So you can see that video, that gentleman anatolewa, and you'll be made to think that he's persona non grata there, that he's not needed there. Then this is where the Kimani, Ichun'gwa and the team were seated with the other leaders. And so I want you to look at next. There is this MCA. He's been identified as Mora. I think I was even told his name. He's been identified as Mora. So if you see the other tent that Ichun'gwa was seated, this was like the VIP tent. So apparently, I want you to look this video. Here, MCA is arriving. He's arriving at this venue. At this time he's arriving, Ichun'gwa is still seated there. And you can see an attempt that he's being blocked from even accessing the venue. But somehow he managed to go even to a reach at the tent. So he moved. Here you can see he's trying to make his way to the tent, but there is that push and pull, and then you can see the security details there, the security team there trying to get him away to go and sit. So he made his way and arrived there. But immediately he arrived at the tent, that is the time that Kimani Ichun'gwa started talking. And then I wanted to see, because already they had already polarized that no one was going there. So that MCA was apparently made an enemy and was not supposed to be there. And that is his area anyway. And this is what ensued next.
Hapa katikati watu watoke katikati, muacha waheshimiwa watoke. Tulieni, msiwe na wasiwasi. Hata MCA ako na haki ya kuwa kwa mkutano, si ndio? Na wale wanamtuma mtulie, Mheshimiwa Mwaura ako na haki ya kuwa hapa. Si hata yeye amechaguliwa? Si amechaguliwa pia? Vile Kawanjiku amechaguliwa? Lakini asituletee fujo kwa mkutano hapa. Hata kama ametumwa na naibu wa rais ama ametumwa na Wamatangi, asilete fujo kwa mkutano wa amani.
You can see him being ejected from that tent, and again him trying to charge towards Kimani Ichun'gwa. So apparently, the picture that was to be achieved is that an event is being interrupted by someone, and the people that organized, if you look at it, you will identify that gentleman anatolewa, yule jimtoa jamaa jacket ametolewa, but apparently he's part of this team with Kina Ichun'gwa, and that had been scripted. That is the report I'm getting from that area, from that Kiamba, that there was no problem. That MCA, Kimani Ichun'gwa, and the team were one team. What was happening there is a script of creating some violence, and then you will now start and you will listen to what he said next. After that, in the middle of all this, Kimani Ichun'gwa was talking about Rigathi and saying all sorts of things about Rigathi and Wamatangi.
Na ile mipango inapangwa hapa Mlima Kenya ya kuhakikisha hawa wabunge hawatekelezi kazi yao. Nataka niseme, sio naibu wa rais, sio governor, sio MCA, sio wewe ukiwa kijana unayetumika utasimamisha kazi ya maendeleo ya watu wa Kiambaa. Najua kuna mipango ya kuhakikisha ya kuwa wanasiasa ambao wanasupport Rais William Ruto ati hawatafanya mikutano kwa Mlima Kenya. Ndio unasikia tukiambiwa ati yale tunasemea Rift Valley, tuje tusemea Mlima Kenya. Bendera ni Mlima Kenya na ni Kenya zaidi ya kitu kingine yote. Na tutasema wale tunasemea Oduor, tutasemea Kiambu. Wale tunasemea Kakamega, tunasemea Kiambu. Na hatutakubali mtu yeyote uwe na ngazi gani ama gani kwa serikali yetu uje kutetea wananchi, kuleta vurugu ya kuharibu amani ya watu ya Kiambu ama Mlima Kenya, ili wewe ujitafutia yako makuu. Kata umoja wa bottom up, wacha kuchochea ghasia na fujo Mlima Kenya ati ili tukuita mdhamaki. Hatukuuzi mdhamaki, hatukuabudu, hatukupigia magoti, na hamna siku hata moja tutakupigia magoti ili wewe atuweze kutisha Rais William Ruto. William Ruto hatatishwa. Hawa wabunge, nimesema mimi ndio kiongozi wa wabunge. Kama unataka kupambana na hawa wabunge, pitia kwa hapo kwanza, hata kabla hujamfikia William Ruto. We will not allow you, and let me just say it in English. We will not allow you, whatever position you think you hold in government today, one, to disrupt peace, two, to disrupt our development agenda.
If you're a keen observer, you will realize that that was a manufactured violence for a political narrative. There was no violence, it was one that was manufactured. First, 3 questions. How does an MCA, how can MCA get the audacity and the capacity to interrupt an event that is attended by the county, Mama County, MPs, and the host MP? Do you want to convince us that an MCA would be able to? And he was alone. He was not that he came to that event with goons. He was alone. So what is it? They already the goons were already planted there, so that if so and so tries to come, he will be named an enemy, then an attempt for him to be ejected. And from there, the chaos erupts, and then you say, he doesn't need to be there, even if you listen to the way Kimani Ichun'gwa is talking. So that's the report I'm getting from there, that this was not even a heckling. This was a planned heckling. What is the coincidence that that MC is only arriving when Ichun'gwa was talking, while the other wote walikuwa? What is the coincidence that whatever is happening is only happening when Ichun'gwa is talking? What is the coincidence? And you can't see the camera was even ordered to put off, to go off by the time they were capturing that jacket guy wakimtoa kwa tent. Now, I am convinced, and I can tell you, Rigathi planned all that fracas. Not together, Ichun'gwa planned all that fracas. And remember, this is not the first time. The other time they were in Thika West, they faced some hostility from the locals. Well, in Thika town, things did not go well. And violence broke out while they are there. Even an MP was arrested. One of the area MPs was actually arrested. And it became a very big issue when they were actually asking what exactly was happening there. So I think someone is manufacturing a narrative. And that is why I want to explain to you why that Vipindire was organized. One, Ichun'gwa wants to run anti-Rigathi narrative. Remember what he's saying there? You know, Rigathi had told them that the things you are saying, come and say them in Mount Kenya. After Rigathi warning, saying, come and say them in Mount Kenya. I think Rigathi said it. And after Rigathi saying, you know, Ichun'gwa will come and respond, say, we will come and say, even if you plan the media and I don't know, plan vernacular and goons. And then that is what is being confirmed. I think I should get you those sound bites. So, unaona that what Rigathi said, come and say them in Mount Kenya. Then Ichun'gwa will come and say, even if you put vernacular and you put goons to harass us, we will come here and say it, even if you put some people to heckle us. So and that is what he wanted to achieve. The objective of that is to show, his objective is to show that some people had been organized just like they were saying. And so what you should question, why would you do that if you just have a good reception? Why would you do that? And do you realize that he kept off the 1 man, 1 shilling, 1 vote? I listened to his speech. He didn't talk about the 1 man, 1 shilling, 1 vote. Mount Kenyans are really struggling to speak different things about the same thing. I will look at that in my next video. Number 2, the second objective that Ichun'gwa wanted to achieve here is projecting himself as the defender of the people. You know, see why he's mentioning Wamatangi. And I strongly believe that, contrary to what he says, he's also eyeing the governor's seat. Maybe he's not just making it public, but he's also eyeing that governor's seat. So you'll say, you know, I've come to launch a project, then I'm being fought. And I'm fighting for my people for Kiambu. So this is just the part of the Kiambu supremacy politics that is going on. That is why you can see him now imposing himself in this event. Number 2, I think someone is fueling political tension so that you can run the divisive politics. You can say, you know, there are divisions. Because honestly, if Ichun'gwa camp are also pro-unity, then why did they even have to plan to chase that MCA? Okay. Where did you have to bash and say, you know, he's been sent? What is the evidence that MCA has been sent by Rigathi? It's like, that is what you wanted to achieve. That is the communication you wanted to make. You want to attack Rigathi, but you're not finding how. And all that seems to be a very well script. In politics, things don't just happen. Everything is normally planned. This one was a scheduled one. Number 3, I think someone wanted to profile Ichun'gwa, Wamatangi and Rigathi as people fighting William Ruto. That is it. And I think it will backlash. It will backfire because the public are looking at it. And even if you want to say everything, You need just to confront the discussion. If it is the 1 man, 1 chili, 1 vote, that is what you need to confront it. There is no corridors about it. You need to face it. So ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. And if you also attended this event, I want to read the comment section. Give us your version of what you witnessed. Thank you.